spice. So it wasn't a complete failure, but it was pretty bad.
Arrakis is our home.
Fremen warriors hit really hard. Their power was very high.
We won't waste time.
What's this? Pillage. Ah, that's how you get pillaging for Solari. Heavily damages the village, loots the production, render the village unusable for a month. No, we want to take it. We're in expansion mode at the moment. Spacing bribe missed. So we did spend like 100. But because we didn't get our entire thing through, we lost 2 authority production until I think the next bribe is due. We lose 10% Chome spice exchange rate. But considering how much spice we need to pay these bribes, we're not currently converting anything into money. And you can see the exchange rate here. Basically, the less spice you convert into money, the more money you get for those units of spice. And then we also get less intel. Okay, so we've taken that. We still have enough water to go after Adgar.
Arrakis is our
And I
home.
think I'm going to do
We'll
that.
hunt them down.
We gained our point of interest. Ah, this would have gained me some more spice. Oh well, we'll go ahead and resolve you. Good, not 94. Oh, we basically would have paid it off with that. It's just too late. And then we got development research, so our intelligence network is done. Diplomatic maneuvers, we can send more agents to the Lanzarote. Agents assigned to opposing factions gain Solari, that's nice.
Huzzah!
Faster agent recruitment speed. Because you can have multiple agents. Every time this bar finishes, you get another one. So if we recruit them faster, we get more out of them too.
Arrakis is our home.
One thing I would definitely like to do is build a manpower building. Probably here. So if we do another building slot, we can then get the recruitment office. However, that has a lot of upkeep. That's going to cost us 14 in upkeep. Do it. Because we now are gaining quite a lot of stockpile. I'm going to say 50-50 exchange between gaining spice stockpile for the bribe and then also converting money, which immediately resolves some of our money issues. And we're going to go ahead and take control of this place because then we're going to get another spice field. The spice must indeed flow. You have a second agent. I wish there was a pop-up to say... Ah, there is one right there. That you have an agent. Oh, they have abilities. I didn't even notice that. And this guy is a recruiter, so we recruit agents faster. You produce plascrete production increased by 1% per infiltration level. So we kind of want to send you somewhere where we can infiltrate quickly. Or somewhere where we'll keep you a long time. Maybe start spying on Harkonnen. I feel like they're going to be the most aggressive. And there we go. Adgar has been taken. We can then build a spice collector. If we had an F plascrete, which we not even close. So we can't get that just yet. Raid detected.
Always stay alert.
We'll move fast.
So we want to get down to Gnin as quickly as we can. And this actually is where we should start probably recruiting some militia. Now this will cost manpower, so we really need to overcome our manpower deficit. So I think it's probably time for us to build a plascrete factory. Go ahead and place one of those down. You're going to raid this place because it's unguarded. Oh no, it takes some time.
We're listening. They don't believe.
Village under siege, Lanzarote council vote. Okay, so the Lanzarote is currently meeting. There are these different things going on. So we've got gear regulations, which will reduce all of our unit power. We've got diplomatic congresses, which will reduce influence production. And then increase in water upkeep. We definitely don't want the water upkeep because we're already negative. So we're going to be against that. And I think I might even... Okay, so we get no votes. You can see Atreides get 100 votes. Harkonnen get 80. And everybody else gets 400, which is, I think, just randomly assigned. Votes are useful because you can keep reusing them. You can also spend influence, but this is a finite resource. So I think I might put, say, 50 influence into stopping this. These two I don't care about so much. And then that's going to be what we do on the Lanzarote.
The desert will surprise
Angermin has
you.
been saved. We regained our water production. So maybe water isn't as important as I thought. Influence production I don't really care about. Maybe unit power, so we can keep expanding. Or we just don't do anything and we save our influence. Let's not do anything and save our influence, in case that ever becomes really important. Okay, so we've got as much stockpile as we need, so I'm going to dump all of the spice into money, which is going to absolutely inflate the amount of cash we're making. However, the Plascrete is currently on 0. Why are you on 0? Ah, because you're still under construction. That would be why. Fair enough. We do have manpower, so we can now start putting militia in these places. We've got regular militia, ranged militia, and the demolition. I'm just going to go for regular because they're cheap. Actually, they're all the same price. Well, ranged militia and demolition militia have penalties in close combat, so you kind of want to have the first militia being close combat experts. And I'm going to put a single militia in every location. Have we found any Plascrete places yet? No. Annoyingly. So manpower is rising. We just got enough manpower for another guard, so let's go ahead and put a militia here. And we have finished our development. So spy logistics is finished. And for every technology you get in any of these trees, the more expensive the next tree is. So you want to be a little bit careful. Can assign one agent to all faction infiltration. Daily supply drain of units in enemy territory goes down. Operation in region gives tactical gear to this region for a day. Countermeasures gives you even more recruitment speed. Detect units with camouflage, and you gain 5 additional maximum agents. That sounds amazing. Takes 16 days though. Let's start on one of these other areas. Let's go for like local dialect. No, let's go for the composite materials. Okay, you can't cancel. Yes, you can. We're going to go for composite materials. We're out of water. How are we out of water? What happened to my water supply? Oh, militia take water? Unfortunately, it doesn't say what they cost in upkeep when you're recruiting them, which is a bit bad. Yeah, they do. Well, sod. Can I get some more water traps? Now, I want to see where we have lots of wind strength. 2... 4... 4. Well, it basically has to be here. Which is annoying, because I really want to save this location for that. I think I'm going to get it at Anion. No, but your wind strength's only 2. It's a pathetic area. Yours is 5. Okay, we'll do it here. So we'll get wind traps for you. And the downside of not having enough water is everybody gets pissed off. So we may have uprisings. And because I think people are pissed off, they're also not producing as much manpower. Is that also an upkeep? No, that's just the water deficit. Okay, people are dying. Oh, this is where the thumper thing is. We have another agent. Do we have anywhere that can produce us water? No. Oh, and then we have missions here as well. Vision on the region recons its points of interest. Additional production of villages is available. Is that based on... Okay, so that's just through intel. Well, let's put you on this probe setup then. Can we do that? No, it's just the thing that happens. Do I need authority? I don't really need authority. Let's go for the money. And Adgar is also going to need defences. Siege detected. Finally, you can now trade with a siege to improve your relations towards it. If a siege is in your territory and you reach maximum relations, you can forge an alliance using the agent to unlock its passive ability. That is a high-level siege. It's also a long way away. So that is going to be an objective for us to try to reach. Darth Lord Fishy coming in with a 33-month Prime resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there. Bonsai coming in with a 9-month resub as well. Thank you very much for that, Bonsai. Soldano, thank you for the follow. Already did that one. Sindrin, the willow submits to the wind and prospers until one day its many willows, a wall against the wind. Until one day it is many willows, a wall against the wind. This is the willow's purpose. Frank Herbert, Dune. Alright, construction complete. So water supply has been resolved. Manpower is still going up again. Solari, however, we are hemorrhaging. And this is with us doing maximum on spice. We really need to get that second spice harvester up and running, which means we need a lot of plascrete. So one thing we could do is see if any of these can be places where we send soldiers. Like here. So I think I'm going to send you guys to the ruin. Huzzah! Oh, Harkonnen. Rebellion is apparently underway. Oh, it is too.
We're listening.
Yes. We'll take...
It's halfway done already. Do kind of wish these stood out a little bit more. You got a pop-up for the important stuff. Arrakis secrets. +1 maximum assignable crew in the harvesting teams. Unlocks spice silo in the bazaar. Structured warehouse. Maintenance center building unlocks the processing plant. I think additional crew in the harvesters would be great, although I haven't even got one yet. Trade request.
Let's get to business.
So the smugglers want some of my influence in exchange for spice and intel. And yes, I will accept that. A renowned merchant, a travelling salesman is looking for new markets. There may be some mutual gain to be found. So if we can build one additional economy building, we'll gain these. Or if we pillage 2 villages or sieges, we gain this. I mean, building another economy building would be nice, but I don't know if I'm going to have the chance to do that. That is a worm sign.
We'll wait there. A nice spot for
You
an
see
ambush.
the sand bubbling like this and there's worm.
We're ready to hunt the invaders. On the lookout.
The worm sign seems to have gone, so we wanted to send
We'll
you
look
to go and
for
check that
invaders
out.
there.
Siege detection, plascrete, hegemony.
We will
May as well
help
go and grab
if we
that.
can.
I think at this point I'm going to try to save up to 50 manpower to increase the amount of spice harvesters we have. Okay, so we just paid off the bribe. We're going to have to switch to spice production. Try to do it in a way that balances my economy. There's plascrete, finally. So we're going to want to take these 2 regions next. Bribe paid. So the exchange rate goes up. And the next bribe goes up as well. So there is actually an upside for actually paying the bribe. The spice becomes more valuable. That's good to know. What do I think of the game so far? It's good. I feel like sometimes it's a bit overwhelming with the amount of stuff going on. Especially because I'm streaming it and I'm having to explain everything that's happening. Like when I was just playing for myself earlier, it seemed a little bit slower paced. But right now it's like, things are happening. Oh yeah, and what's in the council? Labour rights, manpower upkeep, I would not like that. Military service, recruitment cost, don't care about that. Elected faction gains additional authority. I'm going to go in against this, and we're going to spend 50 influence to make sure that doesn't happen. It's actually a large chunk of what we have. Let's spend 40. Because we did just sell a bunch of influence to the spacers. Now we're just waiting for our manpower tick. And then we can get that extra crew. Which means that this will be harvesting faster.
Liet?
Okay, you can resolve this and gain me some hegemony. We're up to 1.9k. Atreides is currently winning, but we are second. And then where was the other one? You're out here in the middle of nowhere.
What does Liet command?
And there's the 50. So let's go ahead and press this button, which gives you extra crew. And we are now producing 20 spice instead of just 16. And when our technology is finished, we'll be able to get yet another crew onto this harvesting team.
Arrakis is our home.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare for an assault on these guys. Oh, of course you died. Because you're out in the middle of nowhere with no supply. Well, that's a little annoying. Right, what's this do? Kulon Caravan can set up as a high reek to help and hide nearby troops. Kulons are donkeys providing supplies to nearby units, selectively bred to be able to perform well in arid environments of Arrakis. And then we've got the Fediakin. Against the odds, for every enemy unit in combat with this unit, gain power and armor. Quite expensive though. Ah, there it does say upkeep of those. It just doesn't say upkeep for militia. And then the Infiltrator. Plus 80 power on the first attack in combat. And they are stealth. Well, no, I think I do want to have another Skirmisher. How well fortified is this? It's a level 2. I mean, 2 of you could probably take this. The Fremen warriors are strong.
Arrakis is our home. We'll move fast.
Now this time we do have militia. So we should be a little bit stronger. We have another agent. I think maybe Chone, because that's who we're selling the spice to. That might increase the amount of spice, or the value of the spice. So let's put 2 of you spying on them. Here we go. Militia's fighting against these 2. Doing poorly, but it's stopping this place get sieged until my reinforcements can arrive. Lanzarote results. Labour rights was supported. Seriously? The smugglers supported it. With all of the intel or all of the influence I sold them. Military service, so House Atreides now gets 50% cheaper recruitment. House Harkonnen gets additional authority production. And I got screwed. Because I really need that manpower. Damn it. And the militia guy died. So I'm going to have to recruit you again as well. Fantastic. Things are going well. Ah, this operation's finished. What's it do again? Grants vision to the region and recons its points of interest. Additional production of villages is available. Now that apparently is a thing I can just keep. So I might as well. Supply drop. Give supply and health regen to allied units in the region. That sounds useful. Do that.
The desert will surprise you.
We're listening.
And there we go. Gnin has been saved. And we can send you guys to go and claim
They don't belong here.
Pelsan. Then after Pelsan we can get Shalmar, which has the plus steel generation. Now in my Atreides game earlier, I lost my Ornithopter to a storm. And I'm kind of glad that that hasn't happened yet. Because that was really kind of annoying. Ah, thank you. Spacebar does indeed pause. It hasn't actually told me that anywhere. Okay, so our stockpile is done, so we're going to start dumping everything into the economy again. And we finished our development, which is the Arrakis Secrets. So we can now get the Spice Silo building and the Bazaar building. Cool. Warehouses, maintenance centre and processing plants. Ah, we can use the processing plant somewhere, can't we? Or Spice Market. An assignable additional crew. Military units are resilient to sandstorms. Villages are more resilient to sandstorms. I think I'm going to go with the structured warehouse.
What does Liet command?
And our supply drop mission was done. Okay, so these just cost intel, and we need more Arrakis infiltration for these 2. So we kind of want to put you working on Arrakis so we can get some infiltration on all of those. Now the Chome infiltration has really gone up. Close combat, that's okay. We should kill you off pretty quickly. And this is going to give us access to the rare elements, which requires the processing plant. Okay, the other question is, how much plus steel do I have? I have enough to build a harvester over here. Do it. Do it now. Spice collector. And then the other question was, what does the bazaar do? I don't know. Oh, crafts workshop is generating hegemony. Okay, that's pretty useful. Processing plant. Generates Solari. And then Pelsom we can go in and take. Where's decent wind strength? Wind strength in the deep desert is pretty high, but I don't know that you can build extractors in those areas. And then as soon as Pelsan is taken, our unit should start healing as long as we have positive manpower. Likewise, one thing I haven't really talked about is this orange bar. That's your supply.
The desert
So if we walk into this neutral region over here, you will see that their supply starts going down. Shouldn't go down very quickly because we're Fremen. In fact, that hardly seems to be moving at all. It's going. Just really slowly. With Atreides, it's like...
Taking position.
Right, and we're still trying to save up manpower to add more spice harvesters. You are nearly finished.
The desert will surprise you.
So let's go for Shamar. We've still got enough water to take this place, so I think this is going to be fine. And I would like you eventually to build... processing plant. Plus 20% spice production. Ooh, spice silos sounds like they might be useful in Anyon. And also in Adgar, so we may well want to spend the extra plascrete for the additional slot.
Yes.
And then we're going to want the plascrete factory here as soon as possible. This is going to spend basically all of our authority. So we're actually expanding at a pretty acceptable rate at the moment. There we go, we have another harvester out there. So we're now producing a ton of Solari. Spacing Guild bribe is going to be due soon. Eskaz envoys have 1,000 Solari, which will give me a bunch of hegemony, or take control of another village. What's this? Increase siege detection, or we can get some plascrete. A Harkonnen spice field. So this is now the frontier. You know what? Go and investigate this. That's the smugglers, that's not me. Where's my one?
I wait.
Oh,
Received.
a little bit of lag there. This one also gives plascrete.
What do you need?
Go there, and then there.
We'll look there.
Don't think you can actually queue orders, unfortunately. So, authority is once again rising. We still have enough water for more stuff if we wanted. Manpower is going up quite slowly. Actually, a little surprised at how slowly that is going up. Landsrat Council. So, industrial regulations. Plascrete upcrete goes up, and on Atreides. Imperial intelligence, agent capture on Atreides, or architectural surveys. Main base is under architectural surveys. Takes additional damage, but building construction cost is reduced. I don't think I really care about any of those. No. Not interested. And there we go. We got this point of interest, so we're going to go ahead and resolve that for the Plascrete. And we're going to go and send you to go and check that place out. Sandstorm detected. Sandstorms reduce production in nearby villages. They may also destroy military units, ornithopters and harvesters alike. Controlled villages can shelter military units. Still, the best way to shelter a sandstorm is to flee.
On our way.
Okay, that sandstorm did not last for very long. We'll just turn around and go back again. We have another agent. And I think I'm going to put you back onto Chome production. Quite liking how many agents we're getting. And now that we've got some more infiltration on Arrakis, we can poison the reserves, which increases supply and decreases health regen, or gear sabotage, which will reduce their fighting power. Let's do that. We'll take that Plascrete, and then what we're going to do is we're going to build the Plascrete building here. Okay, so what other buildings are available? We also have the military and the statecraft. And statecraft is knowledge, influence, and intel. We could probably do with a knowledge production. Recruitment office, missile battery is a defensive building. And then the military bases, additional military power. I mean, I'm kind of thinking with Harkonnen right here, we may well want to put a missile base in this location. And there is another spice region down there. Maybe I want to go for you. I think I kind of do.
We will help if we can. We won't.
Let's send you over that way. We have enough water for another village, although that's getting a little bit close. We have now completed you. And the mission gear is finished. Cool. House Atreides is running away with their hegemony game. Ah, and we should start collecting again. Something like that. I mean, our production is pretty decent at the moment, so I'm not too concerned about it. Atreides, I have to warn you, do not leave all the land to us, for I assure you I will take it. Okay.
Liet?
That's 4 defenses. Give it a go. We can always retreat if we have to. Meanwhile, another development research. Let's go ahead and get this. It'll let me get the crafts building, which is how you generate hegemony. And of course, I got laboured by both Imperial Intelligence and Industrial Regulations. And this time, because we paid the bribe, we got +1 authority. Cool. No! I saw the ripples, I knew it was coming. I was like, okay, I can just negate that by thumping. Well, we just lost our entire army. And these are, unfortunately, kind of expensive. This warning should definitely be bigger. It's kind of a big deal.